What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complication. Complication.
Hey,
everybody.
Well, look who's back.
Hi. I'm so glad to be back.
Yep, she got out of school a couple of weeks ago, and since then, she has been at a church retreat in Western Michigan, came back, and then went to New York.
New York was amazing. I went with a group of history teachers.
Yeah, and she really enjoyed herself. So while I've been here, still going to work. But in honor of, since you were back, I figured this would be a great time to highlight some travel inspiring board games. Now, this is a type of video we did early on, and that was really fun. And so today we're going to talk about some board games that after playing them will make us, probably we wanted to visit these places before playing them, but of course, definitely afterwards. Okay? Now, I originally had 5 board games, but I had to throw on another one,
For real.
Yeah, no, I really had to throw on, so it's going to be 6 games.
All right.
But I had to put this one on because you, like I said, you went to New York.
Okay.
And I was curious if you saw this building in New York. Now, this is a game you haven't played yet. The rest of them we have played, and we want to get them back to the table this summer.
All right.
Now the first game I'm going to talk about is this game right here, Flatiron. Now, I'm curious, did you see the Flatiron building while you were in New York?
No, some of the group members went to see it, but not me.
You didn't see it. Okay. That might explain why I haven't got any pictures.
Y'all, I'm a history fan, not a Marvel fan. I know that
No, but this is a historic building.
the Empire State Building is historic.
But I didn't see it.
That's what I saw.
Now, mind you, I asked her to send me pictures while I wanted to see it through her eyes. She sent me a picture of herself as she was getting ready to go see a Broadway play.
I sent you a picture of me
And
at the Empire State Building too.
I called her and said, "Hey, I know you're a wonder, and I appreciate that, but I already know how you look. I want to see the other things. Send me a picture of the Empire State Building. So you went to see the Apollo, right? I didn't see that. You went to Harlem. Didn't see no pictures.
I didn't take pictures at Harlem.
But anyway, so Flatiron is a 2-player game where we are architects and we are building the Flatiron building, and it's a worker placement where we're sending our workers to these different worker spots that it's different streets. Like I think it's 22nd, 22nd Street, 23rd Street, Broadway, and 5th Avenue.
Okay.
And so when we send our workers there, we're either taking the action that matches on our player board, or we're buying a card there and placing it in, slotting it into our player board. So when we take actions in the future, on that street, we get a more powerful action. So it's an engine building also.
Okay.
And the aesthetics of this game, you're pretty much building the Flatiron building in the middle of the table. So I think you will really enjoy this one.
Okay.
So that's Flatiron.
Okay.
All right, so let's get straight to the list. Okay. Now, the next game we're going to talk about is a game we played a couple days ago. And that is
Big Sur?
Big Sur.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Sur. So, what did you think about Big Sur when we played?
Well, Big Sur has one of my favorite mechanics, set collection, and I like the theme.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would love to try the Big Sur.
Yeah, so the Big Sur is a 90-mile stretch of rugged terrain out in California.
But see, what makes it amazing is the scenic view of,
Yeah.
of the ocean.
Yes, because it's like the Santa Lucia Mountains on one side and
the
the
ocean.
Pacific Ocean on the other side. And there's this 90-mile stretch of highway.
Now, see, if we did that, I would have to be a passenger.
Yeah, well, we could do it by helicopter because I've seen that road. And that road.
So you're not going to be a driver either.
No.
Yes.
But anyway, what you're doing is pretty much cars. And we are drafting cars, and these cars are multi-use. And so we are building up the highway. And we're trying to create stretches of the highway. And
based on terrain, so you want to build stretches of that have weed, or that have mountains, or that have trees.
or the flowers.
Or flowers.
You know, because you're going to score 1 point. Now, a stretch has to be at least 3 miles long. And some of the cars are 1 mile, some are 2 miles. And, you know, the 2-mile ones give you in-game bonus opportunities. And then some of the cars are 4-mile stretches. You're going to gain 1 point per mile in that stretch of highway.
And so they're multi-use because either you're gonna use them to build your highway, or you're gonna use them for the resources needed to build a section of the highway.
Yeah, so this was really, really fun.
Yes.
I love the art. It's beautiful art. And I love how your highway looks when you get it all connected.
Yeah, it
you
does.
know?
It does look sweet. And the challenge is, am I going to get the resources, or is this going to be part of my highway?
Yep. So this is the newest game that we played.
Yes.
And that's Big Sur. All right. So now, speaking of Big Sur being in California, there's another game that we had that was one of our favorite games in 2023, and that is Trailblazers: The John Muir Trail. Now, first of all, if you watch the channel, what attracted me to this game was the Andrew Bosley effect. You know, because all the illustrations done by Andrew Bosley, and the scenery in this game
is breathtaking.
Yes, and so this game is gonna last like 12 rounds. And what we're doing is we're gathering resources, sending our workers out to gather resources in order to hike the John Muir Trail. Now, John Muir Trail is a place I would like to see, but I would like to see this by helicopter also, because this hike is supposed to be 211 miles.
So yeah, my husband is a nature lover, and I like it too, but I like it with experts. I am not an expert, and neither is he.
No, I'm not an expert. I mean, maybe in my younger days, way younger days, but I don't know, 211 feet might be a little too much for us. But anyway, so really you're sending your workers out, you're gathering resources like water, fire, wind, and I forgot what the other one was. And you are set collection, you're hiking the trail, you're pretty much filling up your backpack in order to, you need the things in your backpack.
like a knife, binoculars, things like that.
Yeah, because you need those in order to do some of the things.
In order to survive.
So you're collecting, these flora and fauna cards, and there's a set collection aspect, and then you're visiting these beautiful vistas.
Yes.
So
John Muir is a lot of things going on. It's visually appealing, and the artwork is stunning.
Yes, and so pretty much the thing is, like I said, this game's gonna last 12 rounds. The hike is 10. You gotta hike at least 10 of those rounds, because if you don't complete the hike,
it doesn't matter what else you do.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many points you got. If you have not completed that hike, you lose.
Yes.
So yeah, John, we got to get this back to the table.
We have to get this back.
Yeah, because this is a beautiful game.
It is.
All right, so the next one is, we're going to go overseas to Portugal.
Oh, Agua.
Now, Agua, City of Umbrellas, is the city of Agua in Portugal. They do this annual summer festival, and they decorate the streets with these umbrellas, colorful umbrellas, and the street looks gorgeous. So that's something we would love to go see, and in Agua, pretty much that's what we're doing. We are drafting these different umbrella pieces, and we're putting it on our player board, and we're trying to attract sightseers, which are these beautiful screen printed meeples with the little cameras and all that. We're also creating a mural off to the side.
Yes, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, so that's really, Agua is really, really, really beautiful game, and I think it deserves more love. And actually, this game, this is 25th Century also, so Big Sur and Agua from the same publisher.
Okay.
So here you go. Now the next one is we're going to the city of Mumbai.
Mumbai. Yes.
Mumbai.
In India.
In India, and we're going to see Dabawalas. Now, what makes me want to go here, because just the idea of the way the Dabawalas, you're cooking these foods, these dishes at home to deliver to different businesses, and they're stacking them up on their bikes, and they're delivering those dishes, and that's what makes me want to go visit Mumbai to get some really good Indian food.
Okay, so Wayne is different than me. I would do this if I knew somebody, but if I go to Mumbai, I'm eating in the restaurants. I still want the local food.
I know, I understand that. So in Dabawala, we took on the role as the Dabawalas. Dabawalas.
They're the delivery people.
Yep, and it's a tile placement game, and we are drafting these cards, moving our player meeples or player pieces around the board to draft these cards. And when we draft that card, we take the matching tile and we place it on our player board, and we're stacking them up, based on the colors. And then there's a second part, like once we get past that part, then we're playing cards, scoring, because that's how we get the tips. And the thing is, the way you play the cards, everybody's gonna score that, the points, for whatever cards you play based on that color, And this is a really simple, like a really easy game to learn,
It is an easy game to learn. The tricky part probably is learning how to score.
Yeah, I get it. But I think this is a game that needs to be mentioned more. I really did enjoy Dabawala. So, that's it. Now, the last one, I think this is the last one. Yeah. Okay. The last one is definitely one. This is one of the games that I wanted to go, places I wanted to go visit even before I played the game. Now, this game just makes me want to visit it more.
Okay.
And that is, let's go to Japan. No, let's go to Japan. And so, let's go to Japan, you are pretty much planning out your itinerary in order to visit these different places in Japan, like whether it be a temple or a cherry blossom garden or an anime store or a board gaming spot, stuff like that, or where you can get some great food, and you're managing your resources based on where you visit, and you're going in between Tokyo and Kyoto. And so you got to pretty much make sure you put them train tokens in order to go to different spots and stuff like that. And you're also managing your, your stress level and your happiness level.
Yes.
And I mean, you're drafting cards. It's going to be like a draft. You draw a hand of cards, and you draft those cards, and you pass the cards to the next player. And then after that, once you get the cards you're gonna start placing them on your 7-day itinerary.
So what's cool about this game is you do have to be strategic in planning to make sure that you travel according to what the cards say. But it really, I feel it does immerse you in planning an actual trip. You actually feel like you're doing that.
Yeah, you're actually planning because like the designer was planning the trip and the COVID hit. So he pretty much took that and made a board game out of it.
Another thing I really like, you do have to balance your stress level. I like that. That's a cute, that adds a cute little touch to the game. But again, this is another game where the art really brings it.
It does. It does.
The art adds so much to the experience.
Yes, I am a fan of Japanese culture, so this
is on our bucket list.
Yeah, this is on our bucket list. We want to go to Japan.
Yes.
All right, so now there is a honorable mention.
Y'all knew he had to sneak it in.
No, I had to. And the reason I had to, because we recently went to Origins. You know, we did our like 1-day trip to Origins. And there was a game that I didn't really pick up anything. You know, I mean, I brought some games back, but I didn't really buy anything. But there was one game that I would have bought. I saw it at PAX last year. And then I saw it again. And it is from Slugfest Games. And that game is called Pazatano.
Okay.
Pazatano is, and I was like,
oh yeah, I remember that game.
And I was wondering, like, is that really a place in Italy? You know, it's based in Italy, so I looked up pictures, and I was like, wow, that is an actual place.
Oh,
you
it
know?
is?
Yes, it's beautiful. And so in Pazatano, it kind of gives me feels of what's that game, Cities, where you're taking your plastic buildings and you're building up on this
and you're building up different levels.
Yeah, you're building up different levels of your plastic buildings, and you score points at the end of the game based on whether your building can be seen from the sea.
Whether you have a view of the ocean. So you're a resort town and you're trying to build on the sea or the ocean. So if you have an oceanfront view from your hotel, then you score more points because that's what more people want.
Yeah, and exactly. And so the thing is, it's an auction game. So it's like a 3-way auction. You're going to be, auctioning for the type where you're going to place the building, or the type, how many pieces of that building, or whether or not that building is going to have like a gold roof, a bronze roof, or a silver roof, or whatever. And like I seen it again at Origins, and they were sold out. And I was like, that is the one game I would have picked up. But that game, my store, they said, hey, we can get that game for you. So yeah, I'm expecting it. It's on the way. But I had to mention it because I am anticipating playing that game.
that game did look good.
It did. All right, so there you have it. There are seven travel inspiring board games.
6 plus another.
Yep, 7. Yep. I got my math right. And that was, now let us know in the comments, are there any travel inspiring board games that you had the pleasure of playing and experiencing? Like after you played it, or even before you played it, you were like, I would love to see this place in person. You know. And if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or Blue Sky.
Yep. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.